All right guys, it is time to get this exhaust put on. Before we get started, I just wanted to show you, I did put the air filter in. These aren't oiled guys, just keep in mind they're not oiled. So this was that additional filter from B&R. It's pretty sweet. I just cut it out. He gives you enough to do a couple. There is the uni double row, 2 layers. So when you add this guy in, this is some serious protection, especially for mud races, even dust races. Definitely a solid setup. I want to get one of these for my 2 quads. It'd be nice to have for the mud races. So you saw the last video, we did the intake, we did the throttle body, we did the 38 Motorsports breather box, and then we just buttoned up the last stuff on the harness, got the radiator bolted up. We did do these Checo racing fender brackets. I did not video that, but we popped those on. We put the HMF tail light eliminator kit back on. That was already there, the other bracket. So this thing is definitely just about done. We only have a few things left, but the big thing for today is the exhaust, and maybe we'll get it running. So let's get to work. All right guys, just before we get started, keep in mind this is not my quad. I do not run Yoshimura. I'm an HMF guy. You guys know that if you are familiar with the channel. So this is my buddy Albert's quad. He chose to go with Yoshimura. So we're gonna make this video installing it solely for the purposes of entertainment. So let's get going with the header first. We're gonna start with the header. We'll bolt it up loosely, and then we'll work our way to the mid pipe and then to the muffler. We do have a gasket in there, exhaust gasket in there already. Oh, that's one thing I remember about the Yoshimuras. We will have to cut, we're gonna have to cut the radiator hose. That's gonna have to happen, which kind of sucks. See, this is why I run HMF, because you don't have to do that. Definitely gonna have to cut it. I'm just gonna snug these up. That is pretty good. We'll start with, then we'll get the mid pipe on there. Kind of dry fitting at first. This has the springs to hold it together, which I personally don't like. I used to have that on my FMF pipes with the 3-piece system, 2-piece header, and in time it just loosens up, it rattles, and it makes, you know, it creates exhaust leaks. That's why I like the single header pipe like the HMF offers. It's just, in my opinion, just a better setup. But we're gonna keep getting this thing together. So this is just gonna slide in. I think that's it. Yep, there's a little tab on there to stop it. So I will do the springs after I can get it from this side. So now we will get the exhaust. So one thing I will note that I do like, this thing has like some rubber mounting inserts on the muffler. I like that. That's good for vibration and just the overall, you know, movement. And when the quad's getting bounced around to holy hell, this will help it. Well, I mean, I don't like how that hits. This hits. Definitely, so there is a spacer that I believe goes on the end. So you have a short screw that will go in this one. And then we have a spacer that goes on the back mount, and then same thing. I'll tighten those up and then we'll put the springs on. All right. We will put these springs on. It looks like once I tightened it up, it did create a little space between the little guard that goes over the rear brake line. So there's a little space in there now, which is better. There are some heat shields that come with this, which is nice. They give you the tool for the springs, so we'll see how this works. Hopefully, I don't lose any. Kind of hook it, and then they are all the same. Oh yeah, that works beautiful. That works really good. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it. It's definitely a little tricky too. Oh, this one's really tricky. Now I'm going to have to get this one. Let me see if I can do it from... Man. Alright, I got it. I got it. I got it. Alright. Boom, just like that. All right, then we will just tighten up the header. And I think we can fire this girl off. We also have to put the heat shields on, and then we'll cut the radiator hose, but I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that now because I have to drain the coolant. So that's gonna take a little time. What I will do is I'll put something to protect the radiator hose for now while we start it for the first time. So that's probably the only thing I can say I don't like about this setup is cutting the radiator hose. Not like it's a big deal, but it's definitely something you have to do. You got to drain the coolant. So that's kind of a pain in the butt, but whatever. All right, we're gonna start with the rear heat shields first. I'm guessing this goes like that. I will say I do like this with the heat shield on the little exposed section of the header towards the rear, or the mid pipe, because this is a two-piece header. It's definitely nice for protecting your boot. HMF, the header has just the heat shield on the main header, which is nice. All right, now we can do the main header heat shield. Assuming it goes like that. All right, that is it for that. Now the only problem is this quad has been sitting in here for a long time. I have the date when he dropped this thing off. Let me check the date. Oh, April. So April 15th. So this thing's been here for a little over, 2.5 months or so. So I do have the battery charging, but I just put that thing on when I started to make this video. So I don't know if it's gonna start. What I need to do is I need to put something against this so it does not burn. All right, that'll take care of that. So I'm gonna try it quick to see if it starts. I'm not gonna let it run too long, only because I got the AC on and I don't wanna open the door because it's hot as bloody hell outside. So we'll cycle the pump a couple times. Oh no, he's got the fuel pump wired hot, just like mine. So we'll see if she starts. I'm gonna have to mess with the idle speed control. We'll crank it up for now. Yeah, it's just the just turning the idle up. We got the aisle dialed in. She sounds pretty good. She's maybe similar to the HMF. I'm gonna give it a couple revs. So already stinks. I'm gonna have to open up the door because it is nasty. Give you guys a little burn off clip. Got a little bit of burn off coming off it. You can see the smoke. Looks pretty good. Definitely sounds good. I don't think it's as loud as the HMF, guys. What do you think? Let me know if you go back and watch my exhaust install video, or when I'm riding the quad or revving it. I think my exhaust might be a little louder than that one, but it sounds good. That's what he wanted, so hopefully he's happy. It definitely looks nice. The only thing we still have to do, which sucks, is we're gonna have to drain the coolant, and I'm gonna have to cut this hose. That really stinks, but it does look pretty good. You can see it all the way down. The pipe is definitely a little shorter versus the HMF. You can see the HMF muffler is definitely a little bit longer. So I figured this would be a little louder, but there's also a quiet core in here. So we might want to take that out. Actually, we might have to take that out. I'm thinking we might have to take that out and get another sound clip, and then see how he wants to run this thing. If he wants to run it without the quiet core or with the quiet core. So that is the nice thing about this pipe and the HMF. They both can use quiet cores. So if you are in a spot where you need to tone it down a bit, you have that option. So that's actually a nice touch. So this thing is going to be a lot louder when I take that out. So I think I'm going to take that out real quick and then give you guys another sound clip. All right guys, we took out the quiet core. I'll show you guys first. Look at this friggin' thing. She is wide open now. We're gonna start her up and see how loud she is. I'm gonna guess that it's probably gonna be louder than the HMF now. Definitely, it's probably hard to tell on GoPro, on camera, but I can tell you right now, it's a lot louder. My ears are friggin' ringing, so that sounds good. But I'll let Albert decide if he wants to run the quiet core or leave it wide open. It's one simple little screw. I think this is a 3 millimeter? Oh, that's a 5, it's this one right here. 4, so 4 millimeter. Take that guy off, it just goes right on the side. Very easy to do. And then you can slide it right in. You can see the bolt goes right in there. Super easy to put on and off. So he's not running any kind of serious engine mods, so it's not gonna really affect him if he has to run that quiet core. So he can run that and the quad's still gonna run mid. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We do have a few things left on this build. We have the clutch. We got to do an oil change, and then we just have the levers. So we'll probably do that in one final video, get this thing done and get this thing back to her owner. So I'm sure Albert is getting antsy, but like I said, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. That helps me a ton. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think about the Yoshimura exhaust, and if you're not yet, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.